That's like the opposite of not live.
Are we live?
I'm going
Soon.
ghost.
Yeah. Hey, but Mo,
Yeah.
since we're live, and I feel like we have to do this because I think it's a tradition at this point. Look what's on my cup, Mo.
Yeah, the saga continues.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
I
For
hate that
people
Kingdom Hearts
listening.
has made. I hate
Yes,
that Kingdom Hearts
sir.
has made it into every podcast.
Hey,
Has
you
it
said
been every podcast?
Not every podcast.
Pretty
two of them
close.
have.
Pretty close.
We're about
We get close.
Close-
We get
close
close.
enough.
More podcasts than it should be. I'll tell you that.
Well,
About
yeah,
to fix
one
that.
would be more podcasts than it should be.
Stay. I fucking hate.
Did you break it?
It's not broken. It's working too good.
my mic arm is working too good.
Stay.
It's become too powerful.
That's probably all over the. I'm sorry, Brian.
It's whatever.
Nice.
Just
Nice.
fuck me.
Yeah, because we've had such great audio so
There you
far,
go.
right? Like, people
we
are
just
used to
fixed
it.
this audio for you, Brian. There you go.
It's the fucking Wild West out here. We just do whatever we want. Next time we should just record ourselves through fucking tin cans.
Yeah, man. I promise I won't. Oh.
We'll go dig up our Xbox Live headsets and just record the podcast through those.
Yo,
Bro, I got-
appreciate that line.
No,
I got
no.
one.
I think I have mine somewhere.
Mine's at my
here,
parents.
too.
I'll go grab it.
I probably have it somewhere.
Anyway.
I don't know, in the closet.
Anyways, hey everyone, welcome to the bar. It is open. We are here with another episode of the Fyre Bar. Thank you for if you're listening at home on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere. Thank you all for watching. I'm here with Mikey, Mo, Octar, and Danny. They don't go anywhere. They're here at the bar. We live here at the bar.
Sadly.
It's true. Hi, I'm Mike, and I've got this ripped Pokemon card here that the audio listeners can see.
That's
Oh.
horrible.
There's a reason I ripped it, but we can talk about that later.
Oh.
I'm Akhtar, and I'm under the weather, and that doesn't make any sense because everyone's always under the weather, technically.
Well, why are you feeling sick?
Because he's sick of your shit, Brian.
Yeah.
I want to get my intro in there before we start talking about other stuff. Hi.
What? What was
What?
that? Hi, Mike. Hi, did you need me, Mike?
that,
Did you need me?
that was me from the future, Brian. I'm trying to warn you of incoming doom. Lois Lane,
That
she's
was-
the key to all this.
Kind of
Oh.
crazy.
So yeah, crazy. So I'm sister. Let's continue the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Was that someone's audio? Just bloop?
I assume so. It wasn't mine. I do everything perfectly.
That's
You're
true.
you're a perfect little boy.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Glad you
factual
finally
statements,
admitted
actually.
I've always known, Mike. And all I want to do is lift you up on my palm to the world.
Mhm. No,
Show
back to
you
this
off.
Pokemon card thing real quick.
Yeah, what had
Because
happened?
I've kind of
Yeah.
I kind of got back into collecting Pokemon cards, and you know I have my old collection that's over in the back there somewhere. But is an alarm going off now? What is going on?
Shit, that was my alarm to go off to make sure to wake up.
Why'd you set it for 7:36?
Yeah, what the?
No, I put it on snooze, and I just completely forgot. I was like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Then
My
the
guy.
phone's like, I'm not done talking to you though. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Anyway, Pokemon card thing. So I found out that one way you can find out if Pokemon cards are fake is you can shine a light through it, and depending on how much light shines through, that can give off if it's real or not. Because Pokemon cards, like legitimate ones, there's like 3 layers to them: the front, back, and then there's a center. And you're not going to be able to see it on the camera, but yeah, you're not going to be able to really see that at all. But there's like a little. Like the inner layer, the middle one is like a thin like black layer. So if you tear into a card, don't do that if you're collecting real cards. This is a crappy trainer card, but you can actually see the middle layer in there. So it's just a way to one way to tell if cards are legitimate or not.
Interesting.
Wow, I didn't know that was.
So is it legit or what?
But this one is, yeah. This was my test card because I wanted to see for myself. So I found a old shitty Gust of Wind trainer card and tore it in half.
Imagine that
Pokemon
everything you just read was a lie, and that card right there by itself was worth like 10 grand.
Well, then I have a bunch more of these, so we're good.
all Pokemon collection cards. Make sure to rip all your cards. Make sure they're real cards.
Just make sure to tear them all just down the middle, just to be sure.
Yeah, if they rip, they're real. So
Yeah, exactly.
But I did. I finally completed a childhood dream, and I got myself a holographic Charizard card.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude.
I got it off of eBay, and it was actually like pretty cheap because number one, it's not a first edition. Number two, it's not like the original set of Pokemon cards, the base set that came out. The initial run is extremely rare and hard to find. One of the ways you can find out if you have an initial run card is it doesn't have like a drop shadow along like the border that shows the Pokemon. That's why they're called shadowless. So it's not that. It's not a first edition, and it's a used card, so it's not in like mint condition or anything. But still, I got one, and I'm happy.
hey, dude, that's awesome.
That's pretty cash money.
Now you can cash in and make money. Real. Living the dream.
just recycle it.
If you do have a first edition Shadowless Charizard in mint condition, congratulations! You can sell that shit for like $500,000 at least.
Holy crap!
For real?
I'm not even kidding.
Oh shit!
Trust me,
You should be
man.
investing in
I've been looking
Pokemon.
through all my Pokemon cards from all my Shadowless and see what they're worth. But like, yo, I can like make bank off these.
Are fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards worth anything? Like,
Some are.
No,
Some
some are, but no one cares,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
yeah, you're right.
No one fucking cares, man.
Oh yeah, you're
Dude,
right.
I still have all of mine. I have all 5 pieces of Exodia. I have my Exodia
Wow.
Necross, all that, and like
Wow.
I know.
no one cares about them. So I was like,
Wow.
oh wow.
I feel
Well,
like
understandable.
it'd be
Keep
worth
them in
something.
good condition, and who knows, maybe someday.
Mm.
Got to get
hope.
yourself some card sleeves for those bad boys, some top loaders.
Bro, I have them in like those like binders. I used to get super into card collecting. I have them in like the binders with the sleeves, and then all of like my decks, they have their own like little like card collecting sleeves. It's like
The
But
sleeves are good. I try to avoid binders these days because binders can like bend and get in rough
yeah,
shape.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I
like,
did
the
because
best-
I had my whole binder of Pokemon cards over there, but I took them all out and just put them in they've got like hard actual like sleeves. They're called top loaders that you can put them in. So
Yeah.
I've just been finding the cards that are like, that might be worth something, and putting them in those.
Just toss it in there. Yeah.
No.
I don't, mine are somewhere at my parents' house. I don't really know where they're at. Probably like somewhere in my storage
Go
room.
dig them up. You might have some good ones.
I might. Probably do. I know I collected a bunch of them when they first came out. And I think my sister gave me a bunch of hers. I think. When Pokemon came out, like 95, 96?
The original run of the TCG probably started 97, 98.
I know it was like they
I'm not
started
sure.
when either the year I was born or like a year after. So
Well,
I didn't start collecting
the Pokemon Game Boy games came out first, and those came out in Japan in 96. So I think the card game started probably a year or two after that.
Mm-hmm. So I know I have some OG ones from back then when I collected.
You,
I don't know, maybe you do, but you probably don't have any Shadowless ones because again, those are dummy rare.
Oh,
I'll
really?
have to go take
Damn.
a look.
Yeah.
I know I
'Cause,
have
like, most
the
of-
fat Pikachu.
Because most of my stuff, I've got base set, which is the set that came after the initial Shadowless one. I have base set 2. I've got a lot of like Jungle, I think is one of the sets. Fossil, the like Rocket set and stuff like that.
Yeah. Rocket ones were nice. I'm
I
just
forgot
happy to have
about
a
those.
fat Pikachu, man. Those are like the best card to have.
I have a fat Pikachu that they gave out at E3, and it's got the gold little E3 symbol on it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That by itself
wow.
isn't worth a whole lot, but if you have one of those where, because the original Pikachu card, Pikachu has like yellow cheeks because it's got like, lightning coming out of them.
Yeah.
But they did a misprint of those E3 cards where Pikachu had red cheeks. So if you have that card, that one's really rare and worth a decent amount of money.
I feel like the mistake ones are the most valuable ones.
Well, yeah, because it's usually like one like rare misprint where only so many of those cards actually went out into the world. So there's tends not to be a lot of them, and they're super rare and worth quite a bit because of that. There's also I think like the rarest Pokemon card ever is actually a trainer card, but I think it's like there's like a Pikachu trainer card that's really really rare, and then I think there might be like I don't know. There's another one. I can't remember what it's called. But those cards, there's like 5 of them in existence, maybe.
Holy
of all the
crap!
cards, it's a trainer card.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
The cards that everyone just threw away and didn't want. They wanted the Pokemon.
Well, it's a trainer card with a Pokemon on it, so that's neat.
This is true. This is true.
Are those like Pokemon cards that like are trainer Pokemons? Are those like worth a lot? Because I think I still have some of those. I don't know if they're
Well,
worth
some of them are. Like I have an Erica's Venusaur first edition that's worth a good amount. And again, it depends entirely like on what set it's from and all that stuff, because for certain sets they were in production longer and than others. So I don't know. You have to look it up online. There's a bunch of sites where you can look up cards and see how much they go for. But again, I think usually the prices you see there are for like mint condition. So more often than not, you can see the price and be like, okay, mine's worth a little bit less than that. But
yeah,
I mean, if you really wanted to sell your cards, you would probably have to get them like appraised by someone who can do that. Because there's a whole scale. I think it's like the PSA scale. It goes like 1 through 10. 10 being like perfect mint condition. 1 being like used and bleh.
Garbage.
Garbaggio.
damn,
Trubbish.
jeez.
Yeah.
It's hardcore.
No, I mean, card collecting is it's not just Pokemon too. I mean, it's the same thing with like baseball cards and all sorts of stuff. It's a big fucking thing.
Yeah, that's why though I think Target and Walmart, they have like a limit now on how many you can buy Pokemon cards and baseball cards and basketball cards.
Yeah.
They have a limit per day, and they only put out so much per day because everyone will just clean them all out. It's like fucking ridiculous.
Fuck yeah.
Well, and again, you never know. Like if you get modern Pokemon cards now, they're not going to be worth much because of course it's the set that's coming out now. But who knows what it's going to be like in 20 years from now? Maybe there'll be a card that came out this year that's going to be worth a lot in the year fucking 2041. Who knows?
That's where I'm going to make my money, guys.
Yeah,
when
right.
I'm in my 40s. Let's go.
It's just why you got to keep stuff in good condition because you never know how stuff is going to appreciate in value. And again, like it sucks. It sucks that these cards initially came out when I was a dumb kid and just didn't know better. Because not that any of my cards are actually in that bad condition. Most of them are pretty all right, I think. But there's still, it's like, oh, I could have taken better care of these had I known. But as a kid, you're not thinking about like, oh, fucking people are gonna want to buy this 20 years from now.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you're not thinking about money and
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when I was collecting, I'm like, oh, look at this one. This is my favorite Pokemon. Oh, look at this one. That's what I
You're just kind of flapping around like bending it and shit, like woo, throwing them at the wall.
Flossing with it.
It's just like, oh god, yeah, right.
Putting like water and food on it. Oh, we go everywhere together. Shit, let me clean you off.
I gotta feed Charizard. He's hungry. Let me feed him some peanut butter.
Put it in my little like bike where it like hits against the rim.
Oh god.
I don't know why that ever was a thing.
Yo, that was the shit. I used to put water bottles on like my tire.
Well, a lot of it was because of the sound,
Yes.
right? Because it made you feel like you were going fast.
Made the bike go brrr.
Made it sound like it was a motorcycle, bro. You had a fucking portable little motorcycle with no license. Like you were the shit if you had that. Come on now.
Dude, I've always wanted like an electric scooter. Those things always were just so cool to me.
They were so fun to like use.
Mm-hmm.
I would always take my neighbors and we just go run and be like, ring.
I had a rich friend who had one of those like it was like those little mini dirt bike motorcycle things.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That he rode around. Like we would have so much fun because he lived in a cul-de-sac too, so we would just like ride it down the cul-de-sac, go back, and just kind of like do loops and shit. It was really fun.
that's so cool.
Dude, man.
Oh wait,
They're cool.
you're talking about like those motorcycles that looked like real ones, but they're like some minis, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god, those were. I totally forgot those existed.
Yeah, and they
Oh
were
my
just like
gosh,
little
dude.
electric
Oh.
ones, and like they didn't hold charge very long. Like you maybe got like a good 15 minutes out of it, but it was a lot of fun.
Damn.
Right, then you have to go charge for 3 hours for another
Yeah,
15
yeah.
minutes.
That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it.
It's the best.
They're fun
15
though,
minutes of
and
your
they
life,
actually
bro.
went decently fast.
Mhm.
And I remember
Did it
actually
really?
didn't a friend of ours who will not be named, didn't he get stopped by a cop when he was like riding one of those down the street? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because the cop pulled up on him. He's like, dude, you can't be driving this in the street. Like,
Yeah.
go on the sidewalk with that thing. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
Wait,
yeah.
he told him to go on the sidewalk with that thing?
Yeah, at least that's what I think I remember.
You're not even supposed
Yeah,
to bike on the sidewalk. Why would the cop tell him to take his tiny motorcycle on the
Or-
sidewalk? That
Wait,
doesn't
if
make
it
sense.
wasn't
on
a-
a bike on a sidewalk.
If it wasn't the sidewalk, then maybe it was like the bike path. But because I remember, because he was going down the street, right? Because that's how he got pulled over, right? Or am I remembering the situation wrong?
Well, I think he was just telling him that he couldn't ride that thing because he was going too fast or something. I don't think it was where he was riding it. I think he was just not supposed to ride that.
Oh, okay. Then maybe
I think
remembered it wrong.
there's probably some kind of village ordinance against those or something. I have no idea, but
Wait, y'all weren't allowed to ride bikes on the sidewalk?
no, you're not supposed to ride bikes on the sidewalk. The bikes are
Oh,
for
yeah, 'cause I
pedestrians.
thought
If you ride a bike, you're supposed to be on the street, like side of the street. You follow the rules of the road when you're a biker.
The
Most,
bikers
most don't.
Most don't.
No.
I rode my bike on the sidewalk.
You're
Not
well.
at
If
all.
there's a bike path available, you should take the bike path. If
Oh,
not,
yeah,
then
well,
you're
we
supposed to
don't-
ride in the street. You're not supposed to ride your bike on the sidewalk.
Yeah, we'd have had
Man, we rode them shits in the street down the highway. Like, fuck that. fuck you and these cars.
no, man. I did not trust those cars in my area. I'm like, screw that. I will walk.
we did not care about our lives as children
Clearly.
at all.
Most biking down the street, going to McDonald's and the highway.
Everyone's just
Sometimes
fucking
on
honking. I'm
camera.
like, brr, brr, what are you doing?
I was like, I ate my Happy Meal.
It reminds me
Damn
of the time,
Pokemon.
bro.
You hear,
Almost
the
got my
card, you
ass
hear the
beat.
card flip sound, and it's just like, oh shit, that's Mo.
Oh. Yes. I almost got my ass beat because I rode my bike like across the street. I didn't look or anything. I just kind of went for it.
You dumbass.
I almost died, by the way. Like the car
I
like came
believe
to
it.
a skidding stop, and I'm like, okay, well I'm gonna get out of here. So that wasn't my fault. But
Dude.
more importantly, where I was going, I rode on. I'm so stupid. I deserved this if they caught me too. I rode onto a basketball court in the middle of a game.
In the middle of a game.
I
And
just taking a side that's like, you disrespectful.
That's
ass.
so mad disrespectful,
I
bro.
rode onto the
Bruh, I
court.
would have fucking threw that ball at your face and made you fall.
Exactly, G.
But no, there's just people I knew, so I'm like, I'm gonna go mess with them. Bro, they must have been in the most intense game ever because I rode onto the court and I like kind of like got in the way and I kicked the ball and kept riding. And all I heard was,
Whoa.
"You motherfucker, get back here!" I'm
We're gonna
like,
kill you, Maurice. We're gonna fucking kill you.
bro, I kid you not. I'm riding off the court. I look behind me. I'm like, haha, funny. I had at least 30 people chasing me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because you fucking did. I was.
That was the day Maurice was gonna meet God.
Bro, they were actually mad at me. I'm like, bro, y'all are actually mad at me.
You
Damn
hear the
kids
word
are
pardon.
reaching in their backpacks, pulling out Glocks and shit.
Bro, they wanted, if they had them, they probably would have, I would have been dead. I wouldn't be here to tell this story right now. Like, needless to say, I
Well,
rode my
you were
bike.
just too fast. They couldn't
out
catch you
there.
on your bike.
Bro, I
Dude, he had the card in there.
Yeah,
had the little card, man. They gave me the extra speed, plus 10 speed.
Oh my god.
If
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounds like you're going fast, you're going fast.
Bro, I'll never do it. I deserve to get caught and get jumped that day. Like, that's all I gotta say. That's the one time I think I deserve to get jumped. Well, it's the one time as a
One
kid
time,
I
huh?
deserve to get
One
jumped.
time, I see. Okay,
Oh.
one time.
Well,
One time. Remember that, everyone. One time.
That's the one time involving riding a bicycle onto a basketball court that I deserve to get jumped.
Yes.
Well, the second time,
Thank you.
actually.
Well, we're not going to talk about it any more times.
Right,
but
right, right.
Uh-huh.
Well, did you and your friends used to like run into dragonflies all the time?
bro, I don't know I don't know what was wrong with me up here as a child, and still now, honestly, as I think about it. We got into some crazy accident. We used to have rock fights and throw like these big ass rocks at each other, like
Jesus.
across.
Why?
Why?
What's wrong with you?
Bro, that'd
Them
be
kids
like
are
8
built
of
different
us.
in Jersey.
Like there'd be 4 of us on one side of the street, another 4 on the other side of the street. We'd find these big rocks, like 20 of them, and we're just chucking them back and forth at each other. I forgot who did it, but one kid hit some other kid like square, like in the center of his head, just bust his shit open, just blood everywhere. I'm
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh wow, we can actually get hurt from doing this.
Wow, throwing rocks at each other is a bad idea? Weird.
Bro, that shit was
Who
crazy.
would have thought?
And it took a motherfucker's wig to get split for you to figure that
I mean,
out.
we would do it for weeks and nobody would get like hit. Like we must have sucked aiming, but that one good time, and all I hear is I'm like, did we finally do it? Yeah, we got one, and he's just running, just blood down his face everywhere. I'm like, oh no.
You know, it's better than like doing it for weeks on end and actually getting hit but nothing bleeding and still
Oh, yeah.
continuing to do it. At least
mean-
y'all like learned after that, like the first hit, the first successful connection,
probably
y'all
didn't
were
learn.
like,
They
"Oh,
probably
that's
didn't.
bad."
Yeah, we just substituted the big rocks for smaller rocks.
So you guys stuck with rocks.
Yeah, we had rocks maybe about this big now.
Yeah,
For-
after you got back from that kid's fucking funeral, you guys were like, okay, so we're gonna use smaller rocks now.
smaller rocks.
The goal is to hurt, not to
Came-
kill.
Bro, he came back with stitches in his head and he's like, yo, so we playing again or what? And I'm like,
Dude.
Of course he'd say that. He has brain damage.
and I don't know what the fuck. This is the last like story real quick. Just I don't know what we thought, but there was like woods behind my house. Well, there's woods all over the place.
Mhm.
And in the summertime, excuse me, there would be like a horde of dragonflies that just existed like next to like a dumpster, and we would just run through them for some reason.
Why?
Dragonflies, you said?
Yeah, dragonflies. Like we would just run through the crowd of dragonflies, and they would get out of the way, and we thought it was funny for some reason. So of course this happens to me of all fucking people. I run through. I take my shirt off. I'm like,
What?
I took my shirt
Why do you
off.
get the script for this?
I need the extra speed. My shirt's
I'm
slowing
just-
me down.
I'm running. I'm like, yeah. And that one dragonfly was just like, nah, not no more. This has to stop. It just stings me right in like the center of my back. Like I'm like, oh, they sting? He's like, oh, bro, it probably just bit you. Some guy comes over and checks me out, like, oh, damn, there's a stinger in your back, bro. Yeah, he got you. I'm like, Mom,
Bro, there's literally dragon in the name. Why would you fuck with it?
bro, we
It has
were-
dragon in the name.
They're idiot
Eddie-
children.
Anything
Yeah.
that got dragon in the name, you
We
steer
were
away.
fearless. My
We
mom
would've
had to
dragon
like,
fruit.
and you can't just pull them out either because when you got stung, they like hooked into you, and so
Oh.
I had to go back home, and my mother got like a lighter and just kind of like burned it out of me.
True.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, I had it was a crazy ass childhood. Fuck all
See,
those
I-
kids, by the way.
See, I didn't know dragonflies stung people. That's crazy.
I didn't know either. That's why we ran through them.
Learn something new.
Wait, actually, I have a question.
Yo,
You said if it says anything that has dragon in it, we shouldn't fuck with it, right?
yeah, don't fuck
What-
with it.
What about dragon fruit?
As long as you're not fucking with it, you're good.
What you
What's
put-
if I am fucking
Like
smart with-
respect the dragon fruit, you know? Like be like, all right, you got spikes on you, so I won't fuck with you, but I'm still gonna cut you and eat you. But I'm not gonna fuck. I'm gonna respect you while doing it.
Respect the
You know?
shit out of you and devour
So,
you.
I-
so I used to work at a deli, right? I'll tell you the difference. I used to work at a deli, and
I'll tell you the
we had meat machines. We had meat machines, and the extent of my trainer was like we'd looked at the meat cutter or the slicer thing, and this was the extent of my training. The guy looked at me and he's like, "So this is where we cut our meats. You can adjust the size with pulling this knob." And I was like, "Okay, fine." He's like, "Now that's the blade." I was like, "Yeah, okay." He's like, it's really sharp. And I was like, oh, bet. Now don't fuck with it. And I was like, okay, there you go. That's all the training you need. And he kept going. I never got cut once by that blade because I respected the blade. Just respect the dragon fruit, and the dragon fruit shall not bite back. But cut it and open it and eat that shit because that shit's delicious. But respect it.
So I should have respected those dragonflies, is what you're saying.
You should respect a lot of things, and that's why you got hurt.
Nothing else hurt me as a child other than rocks and dragonflies.
I don't know, Simo, you did all this shit when you were young.
And deer.
Karma's like, you know what? We're done with this shit. That's why you fall up the stairs and down the stairs.
That's
and on flat surfaces.
That's just my. Yeah, I don't have an excuse for that. I don't know why that happens, honestly.
You must have some like inner ear problem or something because you're fucking falling everywhere.
Bro, I have bad like balance too.
Bad
like
knees.
I'll just be walking and I kind of stagger. I'm like, yo. They're like, are you drunk? I'm like, no, I just can't walk right now. Like, what the fuck?
But by the way, can we talk about that since you mentioned bad knees? What was going on in the chat the other day? Someone want to explain that to me?
Oh yeah.
I think I was asleep for all that. I woke up the next day. I'm like, what the fuck were they talking about?
Yo, I don't know how this happened, but like Brian just was like, all right, Mo. So if you were fighting like such and such, and then we got onto our group, he was like, all right, if you were fighting Mikey and he had to use like his bare hands, and you had like a bow staff, do you think you could beat him? I'm like, no, Mikey would just have a bow staff now, and I would have to fight him because he would take it from me. So he's like, okay, what about someone like Akhtar? I'm like, does he have good knees? He's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I'm like, does he have good knees? He's like, I guess. I'm like, I would lose then.
Wait, it just started because like we were first just talking about like characters fighting characters, and then somehow I got onto Mo just being like, okay, Mo, could you fight? I think I said like Snoop Dogg for one of them. Oh, yeah. And then we eventually got to like our group, and it was like, okay, Mikey, but now you got a bow staff. I'm thinking in my head like, will that even the playing field for Mo? And he's like, well, no, you just take it.
I'm like, absolutely not. For one, Mikey is stronger than me, so he would have the bow staff, and I would just lose. Two, we got to other Mike. I'm like, do you have good knees? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, then I would lose because I would try to smack people in the knees with the bow staff. And if you don't have good knees, you're going down, and I'm gonna beat you with the bow staff.
I like how that's your one strategy is just always go for the knees.
I know, and I literally told him like, if I see you swinging down low, would I just grab the bow staff or just move to the side? He's like, no, because I'll hit you in the knees. And I'm like,
no, I'm gonna get those.
You doing it? I'm gonna block you.
Nah, I'm gonna get those knees. Don't even try.
Well, see, I feel like Mo has some like hidden speed. He'll do it. He'll somehow like
hidden speed.
Mo has watched a lot of anime. He's been training for this day. He's like, this is my chance. The knee.
And it's the knees of all things.
If that was the case, then Mo would actually finally be able to take on Mikey. But that's not the case.
Well, Mikey's got strong. I know he's got strong. Mike, you got strong knees, don't you?
I got pretty good knees, yeah.
No, I'm just saying in general because Ryan said you had years of training from watching anime. Then you have this hidden ability, and I'm like, if you actually had this hidden ability, you would actually beat Mikey. But you don't.
I could have years of training and smack a brick wall with my fist. Was that? Come on now.
Okay, so Mikey's a brick wall. Got you.
No, Mikey is a steel plate. Don't undersell him.
You're the one who said brick wall. I mean, you're the one underselling him.
You just did. You compared him to a brick wall.
Yeah, I was talking about him, and you compared him to a brick wall first.
You know what? Honestly, though,
steel plate though.
All this talk about good knees or bad knees, like, really makes me happy that I didn't play sports as a child. Because I know so many people who played sports when they were younger, and their knees are fucking shot. My brother's got a bad knee. I've got a bunch of friends who played, like, soccer and football and shit like that. Their knees are fucking just wrecked. It's like, see, that's why I stayed inside and played video games. My knees are fine.
People with a bow staff now, like, come on now.
No,
I got
good knees. Can help you.
Bro, their knees are mine, but
nah, your bow staff will still.
I don't know how.
You know what's funny too? There's no muscle That's the knee. Like
Oh,
there's no muscle.
cartilage. It's cartilage.
all
'Cause
bone
you
and
have that
cartilage.
impact and like people, the
Yeah.
cartilage wears down.
And then all you have is the fucking the patella. That's basically what
Yeah.
the protuberance of the knee is, and that's all. It's literally all just like bone connection. Not even a single muscle is like getting into.
Yeah. So the knees.
I think it's audio cut.
It might have,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that's well, no, I mean the knees. It's just a joint, you know. So that's fucking any kind of impact or stuff like that. It just destroys it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Like, why for the knees? Why wouldn't you go for like the ankle? Like, wouldn't that be a better hit?
The ankle's
Why?
like the best thing to go for.
It's harder to hit. People are going to be moving and stuff. You can only
You
move.
think I'm
your
not gonna
knees.
move when you're gonna go at my freaking my knees?
You can only move so far to protect your knees.
Okay, how about shin? Have you been hitting the shin?
You
That shit hurts.
Yeah, you clearly have not seen me move when people aim for my knees.
You haven't had me aim for your knees.
I had it. You aim my knees. You end up on the ground, and then me and Lainey got on top of you.
Oh, y'all jumped me. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, and you fell. Yeah, and then you
Get
charged
outta
at me and
here.
you fell.
I don't
Wait,
wanna
hold on.
hear
Wait. I want to talk about that story real quick. That
I
shit was
don't.
funny. So
You
I
got
remember we
penetrated.
were I think we were all like cleaning Danny's living room. This was on New Year's, by the way. We were all like cleaning, and then like I remember like I went to go look at the couch. And I was like cleaning something off the couch, and then I turn around and I just see Lainey and Danny just on top of Mo. Lainey has a cane going for his butt, and Danny's holding Mo down. And I'm like, what happened in 5 minutes?
They were
What happened in
trying
5
to-
minutes?
They were trying to assault me. Let me tell you one thing. You will find hidden strength when stuff starts messing around the entrance of your booty hole. Like,
Yeah, so like I had Mo pinned down quite a bit, and then the second I said grab the cane, he's like, "Wait, what the fuck are you using the cane for?" And he like turned his head just slightly over, and we lost Brian. Slightly over. I never saw Mo move that fast to try to get away.
you find hidden strength when people start messing with your booty hole.
Yeah, well, it's like
Yeah.
you know those mothers who have like fucking super strength when they're trying to save their child. If you're trying to save your butthole, suddenly you get that just surge of power. By the way, you want to talk about Kingdom Hearts every fucking stream? Brian just drops out every single fucking podcast.
There we
Bro,
go.
I can't help it. It just happens.
Get better internet.
Bro, quite literally just
Fine.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Hey,
stop
hey,
doing
internet.
it.
Just stop.
Hey, internet. Just not today. Thanks,
Yeah.
internet.
It goes out again.
It's tradition at this point. You can't even be mad about it.
I love it, man.
And dude, I'm even hardlined in. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, the chief called, and this ain't it.
But yeah, moral of the story is have strong knees around me and don't touch my butthole, please.
Have strong knees. Don't touch my butthole.
And we'll be the best of friends. Like, that's all I can say.
Can you please put
But
that
it's
on
not
your
out of just like it's
profile?
not out of like mutual respect. It's legit out of fear of your knees.
Yeah.
Like I can't fuck with this guy. He's got good knees. Fuck.
Yeah,
So,
for real.
I may as well be nice to him.
If I know you got good knees, I'll be friends with you, but I'm gonna keep you at a distance, right? If I know you got bad knees, I'm gonna talk shit. Cause fuck with me, I'm gonna hit you in the knee.
You got your knees.
You know what's funny? Like, I'm just trying to picture Mo actually trying this in real life and failing. Because
Nah.
I can't see
No.
fighting.
Mo, I'm gonna have to give you a bow staff. We're gonna have to make this into something. We gotta film this. We gotta have you just hit dummies in the knees. And Mo will be like, see, the technique is.
The technique is you just hit him in the knee, right? And then if you hit him in the knee, it's over.
No, I'm gonna give you my
How to hit him in the knee? Step 1: hit him in the knee.
Hit him in the knee.
Step 1, you hit him in the knee.
Hit him in the knee.
Step 2,
Step 2:
You've already
don't
hit him in the
not
knee.
hit him in the knee.
exactly. Don't miss the knee.
Make sure he does not get up. Step 4. If he did get up, please run.
Sweep the. Well, why? His knees are bad now.
Yeah, his
He can't
knees are
run.
bad. He ain't running. Like he's need.
True.
I kept
He's
him.
down.
If you hit him, he's going down. But if you missed and he fell, you better go run.
Sweep the leg, Daniel-san.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking take your knee, like, and your leg now. Like, give me the whole 2-piece with the biscuit. Like, what's up?
The whole
wait.
2 piece.
See, but Doctor's onto something. You sweep the leg, knock him down, hit him in the knee. Then, bam, they're done.
Hit him in the knee. Sweep
Hit
the
him in
leg,
the knee.
Daniel-san.
This is it. We should teach like MMA fighting, just knee techniques only.
Knee techniques only.
No.
I think those are illegal in MMA, bro.
You know.
Well,
I just pulled that one out of my butt, but like Mo's like, I mean, I don't have enough evidence to refute that, so
So
I'm gonna
be
give
careful there with the butt talk. Hold on now. Hold on.
Oh, you're turning him on, Maktar. Calm down, please.
No, I'm my fight mode's activated. Chill out.
Include your
it's okay,
ass.
Mo.
Must
I
protect
almost
the
got
anus.
I almost got into a fight today with well, not today, yesterday with a lady over some water.
With
She
an
was-
old lady?
Yeah, 50s, like maybe mid 50s.
Please,
Almost had to throw
please
it
do tell.
So in where I live is the tap water is like there's always like something wrong with it all the time. So around where we live, they had like these little purified stations that you take like jugs and you fill them up for water. So I had to go yesterday. I had to go there and go fill up, and there's like the water machine, and then next to it there's like these kind of like of rock parking spots where it's like a bunch of pebbles all the way down, and you park there and kind of wait your turn like you're supposed to. So I'm there. There's a person ahead of me that was getting their stuff, and then like 4 other people came and also parked next to me where you're supposed to. And this lady in this minivan just comes whipping out of the corner, cuts everyone off, goes straight for the water machine, pulls out these like 6 huge like what are they like the water cooler jugs, and like is getting ready to fill up. I'm coming out of my car. I'm like, what are you doing? And she looks at me with the most disgusted look ever, like, I'm filling up water. I'm like, there's a whole line. You're going all the way back. And then she like got mad at me, took the water jugs, did like a whole like torque motion back into her car, and then arms on her hips, like, you do not talk to me that way. I am older than you. And I'm like, I don't care how old you are.
We got a Karen. We got a Karen.
Total Karen.
Damn, bro.
Wait. She's 50. Isn't she like a Barbara or something? I know there's an older version.
Probably, but dude, it was not happening. I'm like, there was a whole line. Everyone else is like waiting, and like other people getting up out of their cars, getting ready to associate. This really big dude in his truck was like coming out, and I'm like, I don't want to mess with him. He's on my side.
That's fucking like, oh, you got an army, we've got a Hulk. Like,
Yeah. But she started going on. She's like, "Oh, you young generation, you guys don't understand. You don't ever like think about the older generation." I'm like, "No, you were the generation that taught us to wait in lines.
yeah,
Don't do it."
there's a line for a reason, lady. Like, what are you doing?
Literally. So,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
back the fuck up, bitch.
dude, it was crazy. I'm sitting there. I'm like, "Man, this is just water. It's just water, H2O.
Hey man,
don't
no,
gotta
bro.
fight.
Water is precious, bro.
Yeah, for real. I was about to
There's
say.
wars have been had over water, bro.
Yeah,
It's not even surprising. I mean, again, think back to literally this time last year and how fucking everyone was buying up toilet paper and all that shit. There's just this, like, nobody gives a fuck about anyone else. They're just like, I need to have everything.
If you could have
See,
all
but
seen
it's
my
just-
job,
yeah.
it was horrible.
What was it
Damn,
like?
bro.
Oh my god. So like when we first started, like we didn't have a system set up because no one knew what the fuck to do. And so we had like a list, and we had so we started making lines. So you literally had to go in this big ass line to the store, and then we would divvy you up between the registers. It made it so much simpler and just made it easier. And we have a list, basically tells you, hey, how many you can have, what limit of, yada yada yada. People would fucking try to fight us. Like I literally almost got decked in the face numerous times.
Jeez.
I had people come up to me and touch me numerous times because we were telling them like, oh, you can't have that many waters. You can only have this per day. And they're like, oh, we have this, and this family. I'm like, I don't care. This is the rules. So how are we gonna make sure y'all have enough? And
Right, I gotta follow what I'm told.
Yeah, people were just like getting in our faces. And well, the lines were fucking long. The lines that were usually shorter were like the fast lanes because people didn't want to deal with them. And so then by the end of the day, my store never closes. That store closed. We kicked everybody out by like 9 o'clock. and we closed everyone. We kicked them out. I kid you not. I would stay there for 12-hour shifts. Thank God for my pay that day. And we would walk the aisles, and I can't even tell you how many fucking dump buckets, like little like rollers we had to get, of how much trash people left behind, like how much dairy we had to throw away, how much meat, like we threw away over like $1,000 worth of like products because people they didn't want to wait. They were like, nah, this is bullshit. These lines are pointless. I should be able to get this, this, and this. And then we literally would have carts and dump bins full of it. I know someone shared it on Facebook. Like, it literally looked like our store got robbed because people just threw shit over there. The toilet paper aisle didn't even exist. People would just literally rip shit apart. We had people fighting each other just trying to get things. Like, it was...
Oh, my God.
Damn.
It was fucking horrible. And that shit never stopped. Like, it was that same momentum all the way, I think, until, like, maybe almost June. Like, people were just fighting over that. And then when we finally got, like, hand sanitizer in, and like something broke, we would tell the carrot, I'm like, oh, it's right there, just go grab it. Like, people would fight us and be like, you're gonna make me go fucking back in there to go grab it? Oh, with all this contamination. I'm like, you're gonna make me go do
bitch.
it?
Get your ass in there.
Yeah, go get it. Like, I'm not gonna back in line. I'm like, well, okay. And I take it off and I'm like, all right, you're not getting it then. I'm like, and you go way back in line, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go grab it.
Yeah, bitch.
I have to clear this line. Like, it was like, I hated working retail so much, man. And especially when the riots started to happen, and then like the mall near us and like the Walmart near us got robbed.
Bro,
like, we weren't even told that I found out as I came to my shift that my department was closed, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? We barricaded the front of the freaking store. Like, that's literally my shift, was barricading and moving a bunch of shit and kicking everyone out. And they're like, why are you all closing early? I'm like, because apparently there's riots at the mall, and
because y'all wilding. Y'all wilding out here.
Y'all fucking crazy.
We found out later why we were closing, and like a lot of people were pissed. They're like, you're not fucking gonna tell us? Like,
it makes me think of that quote from Men in Black. Like, a person is smart, but people are panicking.
People are dumb,
and it's just like, it's 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
They go fucking nuts.
It was horrible, like, especially all the riots, because everyone thought they were gonna come up here, and they were coming closer and closer. So then, by the time we left, I think they got contained it over there, so we didn't have to worry about it. But like, I remember my boss told me, he was like, hey, when the third shift came in, he's like, if people start breaking, like, we had like cases of water blocking it and like carts like blocking the doors. He's like, if they get in, either lock yourself in the cash office, because there's no way the hell you can break down that door all you want. You're not getting in unless you have the card, or literally just drop what you're doing and go out the freaking warehouse. Like, just leave.
Nah, I would have been like, sir, can I bring my Glock in for protection?
Sir,
like,
can I bring in my bow staff? I will be going for the knees.
Sir.
Well, if you got a gun, trust me, man, and we fought back any of these people, we get fired. So we can't. If someone's fighting me, I physically cannot fight.
Yeah, there's going to be some firing going off. You're right about that. Yes, I'm aiming for knees.
I can just see Mo coming in with like a robe. He has his bow staff down by his side like a sword. Has like a samurai hat on. I'm ready to work, bro. I need you to go stock shelves in aisle 3. What you doing?
Oh,
see him like standing there in front of like an army of people screaming "Bankai," but nothing's happening.
Bankai! Get the stupid ass bitch out the way. I need my toilet paper. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm sorry.
Fucking try to hit somebody in the knee. That shit just breaks. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Now, you might see me go Super Saiyan for like a split second, and that's just because I haven't perfected it yet. But if you don't see it, it's okay.
It's actually a technique I perfected to save energy, where I do it in short bursts. You won't even notice because you have an untrained eye.
Yeah, you got them dumbass Krillin eyes. You need them like Piccolo or Gohan eyes. Right?
I cannot wait for the day where I'm in like a department store or like Walmart or whatever, and someone tries to like fight with me over like something stupid like paper plates or trash bags or something. Bro, I cannot
wait. Anyone can afford, bro. Like, yeah.
Like, I had it first. I would have been like, bro, you really don't know how like unnecessary that I'm about to like punch the shit out of your shit right now. Like,
I was like, I watched Jujutsu Kaisen. You don't understand,
bro. Like, I'm gonna let you have it, but we still gonna have to fight. Like,
what?
At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to like punch you in the knee, but I'm gonna put it in your cart for you too. Like, Come on now.
Oh, you make no sense half the times.
I
Bro,
love it.
I live for these. I just want it to happen at least once, so I can
You're like
ever.
Mo.
When you
That's
come
the
back out
worst
here,
type
Mo.
of human. That's literally someone who's fighting for fighting's sake. That's it.
I just I need it one time.
You could, if you're
Just
giving the
once.
person the plates and everything, just fucking eliminate the fighting all in all. Like,
Nah,
It's
bro.
gonna happen, Mo. You're gonna get your
All
ass
right.
whooped, and I hope someone
Dude,
records
Mo's just the perfect Mortal Kombat character. He
Yo.
aims for the
chaotic
spot. That's what-
neutral. That's all it is.
Bro,
yeah,
you
but
know
dude,
what
his
I'm gonna
fatality
buy?
would be in the news. He'll be neatality.
I know what
that's
I'm gonna.
that's his thing.
They sell those little bow staffs that like they're in
Don't
the
shake your
small
head, Mike.
containers, bro.
Oh, you click it and it goes boop.
And you click it and it comes up. I'm buying.
I
Where's
want
the-
one so bad. I actually know the website for that. Do you want me to give it to you?
Mo is literally
Send
the
it to me.
person. Mo is literally the person where Mo's literally the person where he'll just like he'll be like, oh, he finds a wallet on the street, and he'll like pick it up and be like, all right, you know what, I gotta give this to the person. So he opens up the wallet, takes out their driver's license, all their credit cards and everything, and then mails the stuff to them instead. And he's like, yo, I kept the cash and the wallet was cool, so I mean, so
Here's your important
got all
documents
your
at
card
least.
stuff. Yeah, you got everything else, and you have your credit cards, but I kept the money and the wallet. So sorry, but not really.
Nah, bro.
Sorry.
I'm gonna find
I
that
need that
person
monkey.
and I'm gonna fight them for the wallet. I'm gonna give it back to them.
Why?
But
Yeah, it's like, listen, I'll give this back to you, but we gotta fucking fight. Like, you're gonna earn it, okay?
It's actually chaotic evil.
like, bro, you
gotta
lost
earn
your
it.
wallet. I found it. Like, I'm gonna have to whoop that ass. But here you go.
And listen, if you don't beat me today, tomorrow you gotta try again.
It's just this dude
Real.
who's just like super big,
You're-
Hulk looking, and he's like, I can't. I mean, you got good knees, so you know you can just have your wallet back.
You
sir.
know what? You got it. You got it.
Mo, you're fucking Majima from Yakuza. You're just constantly looking for fights. Just always popping out of trash cans, shit like that. Like anything you can do.
Bro,
I
I'm gonna
gotta
let
get
y'all.
Mo's eye patch.
I'm gonna let y'all know now. Like, I really can't fight super great, but I'm gonna try.
You've got the fighting spirit. That's what counts.
Exactly.
I got the spirit. I got the bow staff soon. I'm gonna buy the fucking extend. Bro, you know what's gonna be
Bro,
crazy?
put an
If
extendo clip on that bow staff.
Hey Mo, by the way,
Real.
it's on Amazon.
it's on Amazon. What if that? What happens if that thing like just bust open in your pocket? Like, would that hurt?
Yeah, you're gonna need a new pair of pants. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, because he pooped them.
Oh God! What if
I
it's
was
in like
thinking
my?
because it's just gonna rip through his pants. But yeah, that too.
What if it's just like in your back pocket, bro? Like, oh,
Dude,
ow.
it's your worst fear. It's the butt thing again.
There you go.
You're gonna have a
That's pretty
whole
great
fucking
to fight.
extendo bow staff up your ass.
I'm gonna tap
Mo on
into
a
some
stick.
real speed that day. Like, oh,
That hidden speed.
yeah.
That's what we're gonna have to do for when Mo's ready to fight. We gotta build the vice that's by his butt, and it gets to his butthole each time he's about to fight someone. Dude, that's your inner
Yo.
strength.
That's a minor strength. Like, all right, and I'm just like,
plug.
okay.
It's not anything new. It's a butt plug, G.
That's gotta be a premise for a fucking show, just like an anime where the main character gets his strength from like the fear of things inserting themselves into his butthole.
Oh, there is a show like that though. Like the main character, he gets strength from breast milk. I forgot what show it was, but when he drinks breast milk,
Was
he
that
gets
hentai?
stronger.
How
It's like-
often does he find himself in scenarios where he has access to breast milk?
He has it pretty often, apparently.
Huh. It's like Popeye the Sailor Man, except he just needs.
Yeah, he just has man stays strapped with the titty milk. Like,
What the fuck?
I gotta find the name of that anime, but bro, it was weird. Like they had a whole farm of like people just getting pumped for their breast milk to power this dude.
Wait, what?
What? Hold on. I think I blacked out for a second there. Actually,
Oh man,
Mo, are you sure
you
this
need
is
to
anime?
repeat what you said.
no,
I
it's
think
a real
what?
anime. All right, no, I can't.
That's
I can't
just a
go out
fucking
like this.
hentai, my guy.
I can't go out like this. No, I
You're
can't
fucking
go out.
watching all these anime girls in like a farm getting pumped for their breast milk, and you're just like,
Nah,
"Yeah,
I
this is
can't.
normal."
I can't go out like this. Talk amongst yourselves for like.
This
2
is
minutes.
that
Hold
good,
on.
wholesome family programming I've been looking for.
Mo's watched so much anime now, he has to move on to hentai.
Fuck.
He's
God.
watched it all.
He's watching all that new hentai now.
Fuck, I don't know what it's called,
Or
and
that
I typed in breast milk anime, and I'm getting all these fucking porn sites now.
Yeah, you think? You think?
I
Yeah.
wonder why. Though.
Huh? Weird.
Come on.
Like, sounds like a
Yo, you guys have noticed you get some weird results when you type in breast milk anime? Like, what gives?
Fuck, what is it called? I'm not talking bullshit right now. I know this is real. Come on,
Is
stop.
that the reason why there was that trend of like those sexy cowgirls on Twitter that I was seeing everywhere?
Probably, bro.
Is that what it's from?
Probably.
I don't know, but I just like that was just like a thing. Like everywhere I looked, there people were posting images of like the fucking anime girls dressed as cows.
I found it.
And I did not know why.
It's called The Quasar of Stigma. It's a manga where alchemists and I don't know what quasars are fight each other, drawing power from the holy breast milk known as Soma.
Soma.
Is
What is
real.
it called?
It's called The Quasar of Stigma,
Soma is a neurological.
and it's
thing,
on
bro.
Hulu.
What?
What?
So
It's on Hulu.
Mo,
That's
I don't think you're allowed the television anymore.
Bro, it's real. Come on, it's real. It's right. It's right here.
It's on Funimation too.
It's right here. Come on, focus. Yes. Oh fuck. It's yep. Look at that.
that's just a
For
bunch
the
of
audio
text, though.
listeners, he's on Manga Tokyo.
I can't stay
I'm
still
not,
for
re-
long.
I'm not reading all
Yeah,
that out loud.
it's- whatever.
All right.
We believe
All
it.
right,
Yeah,
well,
I'm not reading that out loud.
Just, you know,
Just-
it could
just
ju-
know
it
it's
could
real.
honestly, it could literally just be like a tax
Oh my
document
god.
with Manga Tokyo up top, like he'd tell you, and it's just a tax document. Like there's no actual proof. He's just like, I gotta find something quick.
So I went to go see if this was actually what it was. There's 2 seasons. There's one in
Wow.
Stigma 2, and it looks like a movie. It's on.
Yeah, a whole movie.
Wait, 2
my
seasons and a
God.
movie?
It looks like it. It says a portrait of the emperor. It just says one. Oh, see, I think it's a movie.
2 seasons.
Not
and a
only does this
movie.
fucking show exist, apparently it's thriving. It did well enough for a second season and a movie.
and a movie.
There's
Thriving.
24 episodes for the first season, 12 for the second, and it's on the Verb. So
What is this called again? Holy milk of the breast? What?
no, the Quasar of Stigmata.
The quasar
Stigmata?
of stigmata.
Yeah,
Oh, stigma. Wow, I'm
Stigmata?
I'm
I
stupid.
know.
I have astigmatism too. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Oh,
yo, I feel that. I feel that.
Quasar of
The worst part is they gotta bring fucking like religious shit into it too, like this holy breast stigmatas and shit. It's like
Soma.
This is wow.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not what our founding fathers died for.
Yeah.
No.
Y'all want to watch it now? We'll watch
No.
it together.
I'd rather watch the King Kong versus Godzilla.
Every
can
day
watch
we
that
stray
too.
further from God's light.
Little do we know, it says clear in a Declaration of Independence. Much watched Quasar of Stigmatism.
Y'all see that anime about the titty milk?
Yeah,
No,
it's right next.
holy titty milk,
Yeah, it's right next to Boku no Pico.
bro.
God.
I watched the first episode. I was sweating a little bit. Not gonna lie. Whew. That show.
Yeah, you were on a mission to find that show.
Hey, I found it as soon as me and Mikey got done watching the fucking Dragon Ball thing, that fucking cringy ass thing. I got online. I'm like, Boku no Pico. Where can I find this? I found it on a pretty questionable website. But I found it. Yes, sir. Oh man, life is good. This is why I watch
Watch it
anime.
all?
I didn't watch it all. I only watched the first episode. Other
How
Mike,
long are the
apparently.
episodes?
It was like 24 minutes. Yeah.
I underestimate your power every time.
It's a very wholesome family anime.
Don't you lie
Like,
to us.
watch it with your parents.
Okay.
It's a good entry anime to
Watch
get
it with
into.
your parents. Bring the whole family there.
Yeah,
It'll
bring
be a
the whole
bonding
Hey, Grandpa.
experience.
Grandpa's
Dude, that's one of those things like I would love to fucking do if I could go back in time and just show someone from the goddamn 1700s like some fucked up anime like that.
You see this shit? It's just gonna exist soon.
Bro, they would
And this is
probably,
vanilla shit where I come from.
they would
This is that normie shit.
Yeah, they would hang you for witchcraft or some shit.
Yeah, they would hang you from the gallows. Like, what the fuck?
How are you getting it the fuck out of that square? How can I hear things?
Oh my god, man. Anime is great. That's all I gotta say.
Anime was a mistake.
Mo's been trying really hard, and we finally finished it. But he made me watch Jujutsu Kaisen. He
Finally.
literally sat me down almost every night, and we watched like 4 to 5 episodes.
Bro,
a
you
night.
stubborn as fuck, bro. But I wasn't giving up. Like, come on, it's fresh.
Gotta finish that.
It's fresh. The first season
Yeah.
is done. They're getting a movie. Like, come on.
I will say though, it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually kind of impressed by it.
Yeah, I was listening to him.
That's,
oh wow.
Brian, that's the story of your life, though. It's very, very hard to get you to watch or play anything new. But usually, because all your friends, we know your taste super well. So usually we know good things to recommend to you. But you are the hardest person to get to watch or play something. Like it literally takes years. It was the same thing with Breaking Bad. It's the same thing with fucking Dragon Quest 11. It takes fucking years. But then you do, and then you love it, and it's like I fucking told you would love it. I knew you would love it.
See, it's just like I gotta break you down first.
Bro, it's that type of shit that
Well,
makes
wait,
me want
like,
to like.
listen. I know me. I'm like I have very like specific tastes in things, but like I try everything that like people recommend to me, and sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But like someone recommends something to me, and I watch it pretty soon. Like I mean, that's how it was with One Piece. I don't love One Piece, but people are like watch One Piece. I'm like okay, I'll watch it. Didn't really like the anime, so I'm like I'll like move to the manga. Like I actually give it like a really fair chance. Brian on the other hand is like I'm just fucking not gonna. And then eventually you get him to do it, and he's like, bro, I love that. And it's like I know you love it.
I get hella so distracted. I'm not gonna even lie. Like,
Distracted from what?
dude, everything, like everything. There was this
Bro, do
video-
you see that wall? It's a cool wall. Duh. Like,
What else?
it's enough.
There was a video I shared on my Facebook about like how my mind is, dude. Every time, like I will forget.
Oh yeah,
something
you
in
sent me
it.
that.
It's so bad sometimes, and like it takes me forever to like remember it. But yeah,
Oh, I know.
I'm not gonna lie. My memory is shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's
That's why you
garbage.
hired me to be your secretary.
It's literally not even like memory though. It's just like being there. Like even with me, like I'll like Mikey will try and like explain something that's like really important. Like it's like actually like lives are on the line. And I'll be like, yeah. like, for those of you who can't see, I just slowly smiled and looked up to the left. Right.
To the right.
But like it's just like lives are on the line. I'm like, all right, you got it, and like you lost me after like 15 seconds. 15 seconds is a long ass time to talk.
It really is, honestly.
Dude, but that's so real though. There's so many times where we've been in your basement. We'll be like watching something or you're playing something, and I'm like talking to you, and you're just like, "I'm sorry, what did you just say?" I was spacing out. For the
Listen,
whole hour.
Gradius 5 requires full attention. I don't want that.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't
I don't want
wanna
to
hear
hear it.
Gradius 5.
You yell at me when I'm not talking because then I'm just letting you do
Because I
it. You yell
fucking
at me.
hear your thoughts, and it's like, fuck, you know? I fucking hear it, dude. Like, I don't need your neurological, psychological bullshit either, okay?
Damn.
It's just,
I
I
fucking-
fucking, and sometimes I'm like, he's about to say something, so I need to say it now.
No, I love it.
Octa,
Actor, you always
feel
do
the
that. You like
ADHD.
preemptively just tell Brian to shut up. Like whenever you're just like doing shit. Especially like if you're playing a game and you die and you're just like, shut up, Brian. Not a word. Not a word.
Like, I don't want.
I don't want to even hear it. Or my favorite one is where he'll just look at me like he'll just be playing. He'll just look at me like,
Because it's your fault. Somehow it's your fault.
yeah, like I'm the one who got him killed.
Just the slow stare, like, God.
Yeah, for you audio listeners, it just he's playing the game and he just looks and he just pure hatred. Like I am the reason he died.
And I shake
then
my
back to the
head.
game.
Like, I shake my head. If he sees me, I'm fuming.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here.
I have done absolutely nothing. But that's the thing. You can just feel my ADHD in my head.
You take mine too.
Jesus.
Oh man,
It's
Fuck you,
ridiculous,
Brian.
bro. Well, no, and the other thing is like if like we're playing a video game, I miss our Let's Plays. But if I die in a video game, Mikey will usually be the one to be like, oh, that's tough. Brian, because he actually looked at the situation, he analyzed what I was going through. He actually saw, he's like, okay, that's actually a tough situation to get out. Brian, on the other hand, bro, get good. Like, you get good.
My favorite one is like, I just play platformer. I'm garbage at him. I'm like, bro, you couldn't make that jump.
Oh.
See, no, but that like I think I really do think I am one of the most like supportive let's play partners in that regard, because I'm always like rooting on whoever's playing, and like you can even see like the only one who breaks me down is Brian, because like you can see in our Mario Maker episodes, like the first episode, like I'm having him like play like the easiest level that I made, and I'm just like, it's all right, he's got to learn like the mechanics of it. It's fine. It's like, yeah, it's a death, so here's what you got to do. Like I'm like kind of walking him through it, and I'm being supportive or whatever. But like he just won't do what I told him to do. Like Brian, you got to sprint there, and then he just doesn't do it or this or whatever. So finally, I'm like, Brian, what the fuck are you doing? Just listen, I'm telling you how to do it.
Like he's not even playing and he's already at 11.
And then there was the fucking part, I think it must have been like episode 4 or whatever, where you're like, it was one of like the hard levels that you were playing, and you were so close to beating it. You were so close to beating it. You were right there, but you threaded the needle, and like, because all you need to do is like drop down to get to the goalpost, but you jumped way over it and landed like right next to a Goomba that walked into you. And I was just like, you were so fucking close. Like like my reaction was, I didn't play it up at all because I needed you to get past this level. I was so fucking sick of it. And you were right at the end and you fucked it up.
Wait. We were on that, I think, that level for like almost 2-3 episodes. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
no, we were on that for a very long time. And again, these were like lengthy episodes. They're like 20 something minutes or whatever.
Just an hour of me in one level.
It was maddening, dude.
Jesus.
Listen, I'm not good at platformers.
No, we know.
I try.
We know.
Oh, we know.
We all know. You're not.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I think that'll be a good spot to stop, huh? Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone who came in. We're going to go do the post show. If you don't know what the post show is, that's where we kind of hang out with you guys. We chat. You know, you guys talk to us. We show art, anything you guys are working on. So join us in a post show. Join our Discord, and that's where you can come and view that.
Keep them strong knees out there.
Strong knees. Booby milk anime.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.